Welcome to Diceborn. This is our show from the 17th Shard where we're playing through a series using the Mistborn adventure game series from Play Game from the from Crafty Games. I'm Ben. I play Dervish in this series, and I'm joined by Ian.
Hi, I'm WeiryWriter. I play Royce Hadriel. Peek behind the screen. It's been 3 months since the last time we recorded one of these, so we're a little bit rusty.
Not to throw Ben under the bus there, but
yeah.
It's not Ben's fault. The scheduling has been cursed.
But we're all here now, and so I'm also joined by Grace.
Hey, I'm Gator Girl. Are you gesturing based off of the layout or based off of where we are in?
I pointed at Ian where we are on the call, and then now I've switched over to how we are in the show, and you're there from me.
I'm directly above you from my perspective, and Grace is directly beside you.
I play
when you were trying to point to Ian, you were pointing to me. And I'm like, dude.
I play Marelyn in this game. I don't think I said that yet.
I'm also joined by Matt, who's down there. Oh, down there, that way.
Hey, I'm Matt, and I play Luka Ilariel. And I love chaos.
And finally, we got Rosemary.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kaymyth, and I play Hallie.
Not finally, because actually finally is Natasha.
And I'm the Lord Roller who, GMs this game.
Yes, who tries to keep us...
She has to wrangle this crew of clowns. Yeah. I mean, I don't do, the back-end wrangling, which is a really nice break for the GM. So we give you enough trouble as it is.
We have to wrangle our characters, not us.
Which is sufficient.
So this is episode 17 of our Mistborn adventure game series called Diceborn. This is episode 4 of season 2. So if this is your first episode, hi, how you doing? Living on the edge? Love to see it.
Why are you here? Start at the beginning. You
can find the rest of the episodes on our channel, or if you want to listen to this on Spotify, they should be in a big playlist or something. I don't know. However you found us, there should be a list. Cool. For today's giveaway, I'm going to hand us over to Giveaway Ben, and Giveaway Ben is going to do something and say some words. So back over to you, Giveaway Ben.
Hey, everyone. It's Matt again, and I'm here to announce another giveaway. As a reminder, our giveaways this season are being generously supplied by Brotherwise Games. And the second giveaway, which I'm very excited about, is this Stormlight, or not this one specifically, but it is a Stormlight RPG Handbook and Stormlight RPG World Guide. So this is a really exciting one. If you haven't seen our 17 Shard episodes where we talk about the contents of these great books, you should check those out. But so that's our giveaway. Just like last time, it is open to folks in the United States and Canada, excluding Quebec. Sorry to everyone else. And in order to enter, just remember you have to subscribe to the 17th Shard YouTube channel. And then you're also going to want to leave a comment below. And for this episode, I'm going to say, let's have the comment include, tell us which character you wish would be eaten by crocodiles. For me, I would probably pick Shuravf or maybe Beatrice. And the winner of the giveaway will be announced in 2 weeks during episode 5, just like last time. And I just also need to say, for reasons that I hope will become clear, that it is a good thing that it is in my bailiwick as a petty-fogging Ballatron to be chock-a-block with apropos utterances. And now back to episode 4. Enjoy, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Giveaway Ben.
Giveaway Ben has learned some really big words.
Really cromulent words. Just astronomically ludicrous words. So, without much further ado, Natasha, did you want to kick off episode 17 of Diceborn?
I do. And we're going to do a quick recap for us and the audience. We've done a little bit of a recap behind the scenes, mostly for, as we mentioned, it has been 3 months, and that is a very long time. So to begin, our last episode started with the crew coming back from the bombing the day before. So it's the morning of the day after the bombing, and that's where the crew starts. And Luka has wrangled Royce into coming with him, and they're all at the brass ladle, and they talk about things, and Royce is eventually given 2 coins, which he taps, and one holds the introductory memories of when he first met the crew, like very early couple years before. And the other one is a coin from Ghost, and that one holds all of his memories from Ghost, which also includes like tangential memories of the crew. Additionally, during that meeting, they discuss whether they're going to follow the lead of getting Kalcifer, their old boss, out of prison, or whether they are going to go after Alyra Kelsey, who has, her body hasn't been found since the explosion at the bookstore and the signing. So they decide that they're going to rescue Kalcifer first because, that's on a harder time limit. He is being transferred from the constable's station, precinct, to a max security prison on the outside of the basin later that day. They also decide that it would be beneficial to get any extra information on the bombing that they can while they are going to the precinct. So they quickly go and visit the precinct and make sure that Kalcifer does indeed want to be broken out. And then they find out that Alyra Kelsey was being threatened through letters because of the content of some of her novels. And she is a mystery writer, which Royce really likes, and Dervish has read some of her books as well.
Yes.
The crew then proceeds to leave the precinct. The crew minus Royce and Dervish, who stayed behind at the brass ladle. And outside, Marelyn takes stock and sees the motor car or the motor vehicle that is being prepared to transport, and the Connors that are running around getting that prepared. And Luka spots a beggar woman across the road who seems familiar, and he goes over to so graciously donate a few coins to her out of the goodness of his heart because he thinks he's seen her from the brass ladle. Of course, this is actually Mirabelle Savant. And she has been watching the prison because, unbeknownst to the crew, she is working with Kalcifer in some regard to break him out of prison. And she offers an alliance, which she has offered before. She offered it to Dervish, which Luka turns down. And then Marelyn and Hallie come over, and they turn down the alliance as well. They threaten her. Eventually...
Hallie threatens her.
Hallie threatens her, burns a little pewter, which she doesn't know she has, as she's dragging Mirabelle toward the
precinct.
My goodness, the precinct. I keep forgetting this word. The precinct, as she drags Mirabelle towards the precinct, and yes, and then eventually all that simmers down, And Mirabelle says, I will give you the information that I know for this particular job, but I will not help you with my seeking abilities. You're on your own. So she tells the crew essentially the plan that she has laid out, which is, this is where the motor vehicle is crossing over. Here's the best spot to hit it. You can go up through the sewer, and here's the specific map of the sewer. She doesn't give you a lot of detail on that, except, like the entry point, the exit point, and 2 other escape routes. And then, what else does she tell you? Oh, yes. And she tells you about the crocodiles, which are down in the sewer that need to be fed because she has not done that recently.
Yes. Crocodiles will be fed or they will attack, is what I've written in my notes.
Yes. She makes that clear.
Yes.
And then the trio returns back, and you guys make a plan, which is essentially Luka and Marelyn are going to commit fake insurance fraud.
Insurance fraud. Yep.
Insurance fraud and distraction.
Yeah.
Yes. To get the motor vehicle to stop. And then the other 2 are going to hit, Dervish and Hallie are going to hit the back of it and get Kalcifer out. Royce, during that time, is going to read back through Alyx Kelsey's novels, or at least some of them, because, and maybe he has some coins, that he's saved the memories of, so that it can be a bit of a quicker process. But we also don't know
middle minds.
Yes,
where,
and we also don't know how many he just tossed out the window. But yeah, so that's and then at the very end, Luka and Royce were driving Royce back to his apartment, and Luka says, I don't know why you're treating us like children. I don't know why you think we're incapable of helping you and why you had to go off on your own. And Royce says, no, I think you're very capable. I just had to do something else and find another way to do what I do best.
Interesting.
And that's where that ended.
Cool. It sounds like we have a solid plan. I don't see any way that this could go wrong.
No, none whatsoever.
No.
All right. So in the prep stage, Hallie is going to have a little discussion with Dervish on the importance of disguising oneself while committing crimes.
And this colorless-blooded dude with lovely red styled red hair now is like, yep.
Yes. You don't want to be recognized.
Should I put the mullet
again
wig back on?
So we're
the wig was vetoed.
She's
last
thinking
time.
more along the lines
was it vetoed last time? Okay,
it was vetoed.
Yeah. Cool.
Hallie was very against that.
But
She said it was
doing
ugly.
It was.
That's
It
fair.
was terrible. So we'll use some darkening grease on both of our hair just so that he doesn't feel too picked on. And we'll do some makeup to disguise the gray of his skin, and then we're gonna mask up and generally play this a lot smarter than last time. We
This
did
makes
crimes together.
Are we wearing masks? I'm down for that.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna look like an ordinary human and also wear a mask so that your features aren't noticed. We can't hide the fact that you're a big guy. But.
Cool.
Okay. Marelyn and Luka, are you doing any preparations? By way of, Luka said that he was gonna practice getting hit by something.
Yeah. I think
He definitely has practice in being injured.
Remind me the timeline.
I'm gracefully dismounting the vehicle.
Yeah. How much time do we have to
We have
prep
4
again?
hours.
4 hours.
We have 4 hours minus the time that essentially it took you to get back to the brass ladle and drop Royce off.
Okay. Yeah, Luka's gonna like do some stretching. He might find like a surface to try to like practice his like roll off of. Yeah, try to just
so well.
Get
What's
limber.
Luka's physique again?
Luka's physique is 2.
Oh no.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. He's gonna
What's your health
to
though?
make sure he has Electrum.
Because you have high resources. What's your health? Right.
Health is 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Not terrible.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure he has his Electrum on him. So
And that was spoken about.
Yeah. Hoping that will help. But yeah, other than that, I think he's just trying to like get real loose and limber. He doesn't want to be stiff.
Yeah. I'm imagining him just jumping against wall and he's just going to dislocate his shoulder just practicing, just.
You might want to take a couple shots of whiskey or something to really loosen the muscles.
I don't think Luka would think of that, but if Marelyn suggested it, he would do it.
Hallie
Okay.
will 100% suggest it.
He'll
because
take the shot and be like, oh, ow, that fire.
We don't leave for a few hours. It's going to wear off before that.
That does feel better, though, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll give you one more right before we go.
Where's Ghost?
Ghost hasn't been around.
Okay.
Ghost left like during when you guys went to the penitentiary. No, that's not the word.
Precinct.
The police house. The
Precinct. It started with a P, okay?
The police synced. Yeah.
Yeah, he left at that point and hasn't been seen.
I was going to give him a lecture before we left, so I don't know what Marelyn's.
Like give Luka a lecture or go?
I was going to give Ghost a lecture. On not being caught with us trying to break someone out of jail.
But maybe he
You're
doesn't
not
need that
breaking
lecture.
them out of jail. You're breaking them out of police custody.
A subtle difference.
He will not be in a jail at the time of the event.
Yes, it's police custody. They have been arrested. Luka would know this. He was well versed in this.
How to be arrested,
during his discussion.
The process is still confusing to me, to be honest. Haven't quite grasped this whole arrest thing. But yeah, and I guess Luka will also practice his like injured act with Marelyn and like try to get some like notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Marelyn just kind of she'd like make sure she's full on her medals, but like for the most part, she's just kind of talking Luka through this.
I have, and something Dervish will do as well, is he's going to buy some meat from a butcher to get some meat to give to the crocodiles.
Very good.
I'll say that. I'm not forgetting. Don't worry.
In fact, you can probably get the stuff that's like really close to going off and is basically unsellable because the crocodiles aren't going to care if their meat's slightly rotten.
I was going to say, I thought Hallie was going to suggest a similar thing with the Molotov cocktails. Like, you don't buy those; you could just make that yourself. And I'm like, hold that.
You can buy meat.
No, I'm buying this one.
Save some leftover for Mirabelle. He seems hungry.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to get some rotten, like the garbage meat. I'm going to get like from the dumpster out back of the butcher's.
So you aren't buying it; you're just scavenging it. You probably have some at the brass ladle too.
Yeah, I mean, I could think the stuff that comes in that gets donated, and then you're like, this is too close to off to actually
Ooh,
feed
let's go there.
people.
Okay, yes, I will use I will use garbage from the brass ladle, like meaty garbage.
I like to believe that when this happened in succession, where it's like Dervish first bought some, and then we told him he didn't have to, and then he got some from the trash, and then he got some from the brass ladle, so now he has 3 times the meat he needs.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like all 3 types of meat.
The stuff that you bought, just give to the brass ladle.
Like a burlap sack over his shoulder with like flies buzzing around it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The Santa bag of meat.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'm going to give the good stuff to the brass ladle, and then I will just have a bag of rancid meat from a random butcher's I found, and then from the brass ladle as well.
You smell lovely.
I smell incredible right now.
Yeah. Actually, could I find Mirabelle before the prison break?
You can. She said that she would be outside the precinct for the rest of the day.
Precinct has to be in the title of this episode.
I think I maybe want to try and go visit Mirabelle on my own, actually.
Okay, you can do that.
Not tell the crew what exactly I'm doing.
There's absolutely nothing to worry about here.
Preparations.
Okay. I will ask you as Grace, do you want headphones on or off for this?
Oh boy.
Because I don't know what you're planning.
I feel like off is always more fun. I don't know if it needs to be off.
Do off.
But if you're giving me the option, why not?
Do off. Hell yeah.
Okay. Everyone, headphones on.
Why?
Okay. So Mirabelle is sitting outside of the precinct still in her little beggar outfit, her newly red hair covered with a bit of a scarf. When she sees you, she looks up and raises an eyebrow and says, "You're back?"
I thought maybe we could talk without my friends, that we could come to a better understanding on our own.
Okay. One condition.
What's that?
You don't soothe me.
I suppose you will know for sure if I try.
What do you want to talk about?
You're going to be following this prison car, whether you're with us or not, aren't you?
Astute observation.
What's your plan?
I'm not telling you.
In my experience, 2 crews working against each other to steal the same thing are far more likely to be caught than for either one of them to succeed.
I offered it an alliance. It was turned down.
Turned down by them, but not by me.
She pauses and considers. So you will take my alliance, and I will help you in return. Just you, not the crew. And Kalcifer, obviously.
For this job. And then we'll renegotiate.
Okay. I'm okay with that. And she sticks her hand in a pocket and fishes around a little bit, kind of checks, and then she pulls out a vial. And it's pewter. She hands it to you. And she says, I don't know if she knows yet. She doesn't seem to carry it on her, but Hallie might need this. it's better if someone closer has it on hand. I mean, I had it on hand in case something went wrong, but...
Interesting. And do you have a signal that you'll be using if you feel anything from them that you can get to me?
Will you be having a Tenai work with you?
No, not one that I'm aware of.
It'll attract attention, but you're going to have to get out of there quick anyway.
Understood. Well, pleasure doing business with you, and I'll put like a couple coins in our can and stand up and say loudly, like, if you change your minds, the brass ladle will offer shelter to you.
She nods, and then she kind of, grabs your hand as you retract it, and she says, "Do not trust Royce."
I never have.
Okay. And she lets you go.
Yeah. Could I potentially slip the pewter into Hallie's food without her knowing? If, I go back.
I will have Hallie make a physique roll to notice.
Okay, I don't think I want to do that, because I don't want to risk... I think I will consider that and then decide that the consequences of her noticing it right before this job are not something I want to deal with.
Okay. Because I wanted to, warn you that I will have her make that roll, and the meta, but you also would know as someone working with her, and you would know as, Marelyn, that what she's capable of, so.
Okay. I think that went well.
Okay.
All right, everyone can...
Hello. Grace, what are you up to? What are you planning? What are you doing?
I just want to encourage the Mirabelle Marelyn ship. That's the only reason I went. It was to flirt with her. Nothing else happened. Marelyn just asked Mirabelle out to a nice non-Sewers dinner for after the hunt.
Clearly.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
all.
people say me and my characters are sketchy.
Correct.
And you say you're a different vein of sketchy, different types.
Look, viewers, this is what I have to put up with. This is why I am the way I am.
You all assemble at your various locations, prepared for the transport vehicle to come along the road. Dervish and Hallie go through the sewers. Dervish, what is your strategy in feeding the crocodiles?
Okay. So if I can see them, actually no. What I might do is because I don't know if they're hiding or something. I might just scatter meat in front of me every so often, just throw it out of the bag
in front of you.
No. You gotta wait till you find the crocodiles and give the meat to them directly. Otherwise, they're just gonna get grumpier.
Okay. So Dervish is gonna do that instead. He's gonna wait until he sees crocodiles, and then he's gonna
or hears figures out where they are.
They hiss, right? They go kind of.
I mean, there's some splashing.
Also splashing,
involved.
Yeah. Cool. So I'll wait till I see them, and then I will throw meat at them.
It has never been clearer that Ben is from a part of the world that does not have crocodiles.
I'm just sitting here. So you want to push the meat in front of you where you need to walk, and then walk over that meat when the crocodiles Like, aren't there yet?
That
Like,
is so.
I'm with you, Ben.
Them.
Yeah.
Crocodiles seem like fantasy creatures to me.
Yeah,
at least you can throw them off to the side so you have a clear path ahead of you.
So Dervish, I'm gonna have Dervish make a physique roll
yeah.
to check for crocodiles. Hallie may also make a physique roll to check for crocodiles.
Go. Right.
Okay.
I need to make sure I am Dervish. I am.
This is a challenge of 2.
Challenge of 2. Roll. I got 2s.
And I got 4s and 2 nudges to bank.
Nice.
Excellent.
Woot.
Oh yeah, nudges are a thing.
Yes.
Hey, first roll back, you guys.
Look at that. Look at
And
that.
it's a success.
So yes, we noticed the crocodiles.
Yeah, so the sewers are not a particularly pleasant place. This is probably the first time that Hallie's been down in the sewers. Dervish, I mean, you've been down here, at least with Marelyn, you've probably been down here before that, when you were first on the run.
Yeah.
But the crocodiles are very much of the type where, one, it's dark down there, right? And also, like, all that peeks out is just like the little, rims of their eyes. And they are very still. So mostly what you're catching is any glint of light off their eyes.
I mean, I assume we're
as you
sensible
pass.
enough to take a lantern down with us.
I was making that assumption too.
yeah.
Given that this isn't like Dungeons and Dragons, and you don't have low light vision, and we aren't mythical beings.
Look,
I mean,
there's a reason we bring Hallie along. It's just Dervish is just like, yeah, it'll be fine. Throw meat to the crocodiles.
With Royce out of the running, Hallie is almost entirely the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
Technically,
and-
Hallie has higher wits than Royce does, so
yes,
Yeah, I mean, she does. She's got 6 wits.
she's smart. And as as you pass, every once in a while you see a glint, and then you manage to throw it kind of like not in front of you, but like off, like almost like behind you, but not quite. And then the crocodile like goes after the motion, and the meat, and chomps it out and deals with that. And you notice that for the most part, they are pretty like docile, quiet creatures. They're not like very aggressive until they get a hold of the meat. And you notice that some of them, when they grab it, they'll like start like twisting under the water, and then there's this huge thrash and splash. And so you do get some ick on you, because you can't quite just like dodge all of that. But they don't eat you or attack you, and that is the success.
They are probably accustomed to getting fed.
Yes.
Mm.
That doesn't mean that they won't attack you, but it does mean that they are less likely to.
And I have a thing as well. I explicitly leave enough meat in the bag for the way back. Yeah.
That's why you brought a double dose.
That's why I brought a double dose. That's why I got 2 lots of meat.
So you get to the position underneath the, manhole grate cover. Marelyn and Luka are out, and this is like a one-way sort of road. It's one of like the back streets. And you realize that this is along the route. This is probably the only road of this sort. And it is this way to circumnavigate some of the more busy parts of town, or areas that you would not want bad guys going through, or to attract a lot of attention from a transport vehicle. So that's the only reason that they go down this path. And are you guys walking? Like, what's your strategy here? What's your approach?
I think we're maybe like just kind of like chatting on the sidewalk or on this side. And I think Luka is facing away from where the vehicle is going to be coming from because he wants to make it look like he's not looking, right? So he's going to wait for Marelyn to like signal that it's turned the corner.
Okay.
And I think he's just kind of like, oh, getting a little nervous, but I think I can do this. I'm, a competent con master, not master, in training. But I've got this, right? I've got this.
Of course. And I think at this point, Marelyn's gonna like sort of preemptively drink a vial of brass.
Okay. Oh yeah, and Luka takes he's like, oh right. He's gonna take 2 vials out because he didn't mix them. And he's gonna take a shot of his Electrum and a shot of whiskey.
It's a good shout. It's a good shout.
And what are you two wearing?
Luka's wearing kind of his like Luka's not in disguise for this part, I don't think. Like I think he's just wearing his like
I think we're in like nice nicer clothes, sort of. I think Marelyn was like part of this was like, okay, we're gonna pretend to be sort of like idiot. I mean, I think also sort of like maybe like idiot rich from the countryside who don't know what they're doing, don't know how the city works. But I think Marelyn would have also kind of done some like, makeup contouring, try to change the face, like shape of their faces a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Luka's got his hat. He always wears,
Okay. So right on schedule.
Okay.
The vehicle starts coming down the road. Luka, I will need an athletics check from you. Or not athletics check. A physique with your Electrum.
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
Having the Electrum in there is going to possibly save your life.
Yeah. But as I'm doing that, like right kind of before, I'm going to be like, I'm not sure I can do this. And Luka's going to like take off his hat and kind of like tug his ear a little bit. And like he has kind of like wide, like scared eyes at Marelyn.
And Marelyn is going to start burning brass and soothe Luka's emotions.
Yeah. And so he's kind of just going to like cool and relax all of a sudden. And then when the signal comes, it's like almost like robotic as he like turns and like steps into the street to like meet the thing. And so, sorry. And I do Electrum first and then physique, or together? How does that work? Oh.
It's getting you 5 and 2, I think.
Yeah.
I'm letting you
much better odds of not dying.
And what's the difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay.
Essentially, you're not like this is to execute it. You're looking like you're not like you're actually being hit, but you're not taking any damage.
Yeah.
If you fail,
I will get
something
hit.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I add sleight of hand to this as well? Like, because it's kind of like a maneuver?
I'm going to say no, mostly because, and like you can argue with me on this. I'm open to that. But sleight of hand to me is like smaller, like motions of like.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I think it's just 7. And so what he's doing with the Electrum, though, is he's finding the Electrum shadow that looks the least injured and is going to try to follow that shadow. But he's very focused because all of a sudden all his like busy thoughts have like just been like, so he's like just focused on the task. Okay, so 7 dice.
Oh
And
no!
that's a
no.
2 and a nudge.
Oh, no.
I'd like to nudge my failure. Like failure with a slightly positive
Outcome. Yeah.
to
Okay.
like spend the, like not bank the nudge, like try to spend it.
Okay.
It's a good shout.
So you are getting hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like you were hit.
Because you actually were.
I will let you choose whether your injury that you already have becomes worse.
Oh, I forgot I was already injured.
Or so your injury that you already have becomes worse and it becomes a long-term issue, or you have a short-term issue for this fight.
Do you want to remind us what your current injury is?
Yeah. What was my current injury? I forget.
So the current injury that you have
From the
is
explosion.
your leg, from the explosion that the dog sewed up.
Yes.
Right. So my leg is not great.
That's been shot before, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like this trauma that keeps happening.
Do you want to permanently have a limp?
Yeah. Ooh.
I feel
I
like
mean,
I'm gonna
I
go
feel
for
like
the
that's
new
taking
injury.
a
I think
burden
Luka,
Okay.
he's a little defensive of that leg because it's
Okay.
been happening. So like maybe part of why he gets injured is he like he
Doesn't
feels
quite
that leg is
commit.
about to be impacted, and he like twitches or whatever, and that's kind of the
Okay.
response that makes his maneuver less effective.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of like, as you're like turning into it, you kind of like more get like hurt in your arm.
Okay.
So you are going to take a like -1 die. What's that? The flaw, not a flaw.
It's a burden.
Burden.
Which-
Yeah. So
It adds 2 rolls against him.
okay. Yeah. So rolls against you are going to take +1 die.
Does he lose any
to
actual
anything-
health here? Or?
No, because he will recover it upon resting.
Okay.
And that's the short term, right? Is that this is a short term. It's just for like this day, essentially. He can sleep it off, but essentially he's like really bruising and kind of just messing up his shoulder when he impacts that.
That could have been a lot worse. I was worried the new injury was going to be internal hemorrhaging, but I think we're okay.
No, internal hemorrhaging is like,
He got hit by a truck. You know, I'm like,
well, yeah, but he was burning electrum. He was soothed. He does have his alcohol on him, right? Like all of those things. Like,
Yeah.
if there was no preparation,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, also, I feel like it probably like it just turned like it wasn't going like it's a narrower
Very
street.
quickly, yeah.
It probably wasn't going.
no,
like,
it's not going. It's not going super fast, but it is still an impact. And like if it had hit your leg that was already injured, right? It could have easily, broken a bone that's already been hurt, and you would now walk with limp. And now it is a burden.
So Luka is gonna go like claps on the ground. He's gonna be like, "Ow, rust and ruin, ow." And he's like just kind of like screaming, making noise. And as he's like kind of flailing a bit, he's gonna tug his ear again to Marelyn.
And the vehicle comes to a stop. Obviously, I mean, not only because they don't want to run you over, but like also because they did just hit you, and there's like shock and surprise. And the vehicle comes to a stop. Marelyn, what are you doing?
I think she's going to ease up on the soothing and let the his like pain and fear and like I just got hit by a car kind of come back to the surface. and then she's going to like scream like she's going to scream and then like rush over and be like, are you okay? Oh my Harmony, where are you injured? What have you? And then she's like, if there's people coming out of the car, so they're like, what? You did this? How?
Okay. So, Grace, I need you on Marelyn's behalf to roll me a charm.
Okay.
And this is going to be a charm of 4.
Okay.
You can add something, right?
I almost wonder
Yes,
if you should
you can add
soothing
one die
their
for the
suspicion.
fact that he is
Okay.
He has actually been hit by a car.
Positive circumstance.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a roll of 4. Challenge of 4. Okay.
Can you add like your profession or anything?
I have criminal / soother.
Oh.
I don't know. I
feel like
probably
criminal is
Like you don't have like
acceptable.
con woman somewhere in there?
I mean, when we made it, it was just criminal. It was not con woman.
Oh.
Okay.
But what do you think, Natasha?
I feel criminal is acceptable. You are breaking someone out of prison?
Yeah. It's true. So I can add 2 dice then, and I have charm of 6, and it's a 4. So that's 8 dice.
Decent
So that's
odds.
pretty good.
Oh yeah. Okay.
5s and a nudge.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good. The door on not the driver's seat opens. Connor gets out, closes the door again, and starts walking around the vehicle. Hallie and Dervish.
So the manhole we're popping out of, is it underneath the truck, behind the truck, in front of the truck,
Behind the
to
truck.
side, behind the truck? All right.
You could, I'll leave that up to you. In Mirabelle's plans, it was behind the truck.
Cool. So yeah, upon hearing,
It's like I would have positioned myself so that the truck
Mm-hmm.
stops in the right
excellent.
place.
So yeah, upon
Like
hearing
that was the plan.
the Luka scream and the and the Marelyn scream. Who wants to go first? You want to go up first, Hallie? Or Dervish?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably has to boost her up anyway. She's small.
Cool.
So we pop up and do a quick lay of the land.
What do we see?
There is a transport vehicle in front of you. Behind you is like a stretch of alleyway. One of you two can make me a spirits roll
Mm.
of 2.
I have a spirit of
Okay.
6.
Yeah, if you've got, I only have a spirit of 4, so I think you're more likely to
Cool.
get something good.
Right, difficulty 2. A roll. And hey, I got 4s.
No one else is currently in this alleyway.
Hell yeah. Cool.
Perfect.
In fact, you notice that other like entrances to this alleyway have been like very strategically blocked with like boxes or barrels or like rubbish in some sort of manner.
Interesting. Okay. So they don't look like good escape routes.
No.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I will immediately go to work trying to pick the lock on the back of the truck.
Ooh.
I need a roll from you.
All right. So I assume that is wits plus a die for access control.
Yes.
All right. And what is my difficulty?
Your difficulty is 5.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be.
All right. Well, let's
That's 8 die, right?
oh, we do have a plan B on this.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
No, it's 7 dice.
Okay.
And I had 4s and 2 nudges. I'm going to spend 3 nudges to bounce it up to a 5.
Yeah. Go, Hallie, go.
It's way smoother than I thought it would be.
Right?
Like, I'm shocked it hasn't fallen apart yet.
So
Maybe a guard in the truck with him.
Excuse me, my
ease,
arm is in a lot of pain.
with like extreme ease, with like and only a minor hiccup. Like there's one moment where Hallie's like, "Oh, maybe not," and then you feel like all of the bolts click, and like you used like just the tiniest bit of heat, like something was just catching just a little bit. The lock, just very nicely pops. And the door just barely open. Dervish.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna open it slowly and quietly. Like I'm not gonna slam it open. I am. We're trying to keep stealth here for now.
Okay.
Yep, we hope there's not a Connor in the back.
Really hope there's not a collar in the back.
Inside the vehicle, there are Kalcifer.
Oh no.
2 other prisoners going to this maximum security prison. And no one else.
And no one else.
Except for the driver in the front.
Is it Ghost? Did Ghost sneak in?
No, Ghost's not in there. There's the driver in the front who, through the grate, might see you.
Okay.
But since you are trying to be stealthy, please roll me a physique.
Cool.
You
both
may
of us or just Dervish?
Just Dervish. You can have a +1 die since it is a positive circumstance because Luka is writhing on the ground.
Yes. Okay. I have 6. Sorry, I have 7 physique, and then boost that to 8. What's the difficulty?
This is going to be a 4.
4.
Yes,
boy.
these are high.
Yeah. This is so tense. Rolling. 5s again.
A lot of 5s. The content is very focused up front on how all of this is going down and on his companion that has exited the vehicle. Clearly that is his main focus right now, despite the fact. And I mean, the little grate window is this big.
Yeah.
It's big enough that they could yell back there and kind of see what's going on generally.
But he'd have to turn all the way around to see it kind of thing.
The prisoners in the back, are they secured somehow or are they just sitting there?
They are secured. They are cuffed hands to feet and then feet to the vehicle itself.
Damn. Okay. Okay. We have to climb in the back, aren't we? And get them out.
I could use pinpoint heat on Kalcifer's chains so that we can just break them.
Yeah.
And worry about picking the lock later.
Yeah. I'm worried the other 2 are going to make noises if we do that, but not them. Yeah.
There's a concern, and also we have no idea what these other 2 are from.
I have no idea who these 2 people are.
I'll say Luka's being very loud. He's like, "Oh no. Oh no. My family cannot find out about this. They are so litigious. The last lawsuit was so stressful.
No, you deserve that. You deserve to sue them. We have no idea what kind of damage this caused. And I think Marelyn is also going to be like, look at your leg. You could have a limp for the rest of your life. And poke your existing injury.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
I'm going to lift Hallie up and put her in the van so she could pinpoint heat the chains, keeping Kalcifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just for
Kalcifer
shits
gives you a nod and a smile and doesn't say anything.
And the other guys might just assume we're going to hit all of them. And you know what? How many charges does it take for me to? So I've been running it 2/3 lately. So
this is a smaller amount, right? If it depends on what you're breaking on him, right? Are you just breaking the feet to
the van, I
feet
think,
to
is
car?
Yeah, because you can
Or-
carry him out if he's.
Yeah, I don't know that we ever like settled on a charges amount on that. It's just I can channel a high level of heat into a very small volume, but
Yeah, if you're focusing on like the chain.
and it could just be like however many charges, like per number of charges, makes it easier to break the chain. So like every 10 or 20 charges would drop the difficulty by 1.
How many do you
Yeah, I
have?
can live with
What's
that.
2/3 look like?
I have 200 charges.
Okay.
I have a lot stored.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say like 50 charges will break a thing pretty easy.
Okay.
I mean, you're highly specified, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you
And
doing
like
that?
that's because like what's happening is you're heating your hand so hot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm heating the chain to the point where Kalcifer can pull it apart himself,
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah, it's like
And then, in order to keep the other 2 fellows at least relatively happy, I will then like grab each of their chains and give each of them 25 charges, and then they can see what they can do with that.
figure it out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll see where that goes.
At the very least,
So-
it might be a distraction.
Season 3 is hunting down the serial killer we've
We've released. Oh,
The
But
mass
while they're-
murderer has escaped police custody.
Anyway,
we get Kalcifer out of the van,
yeah.
hop down.
oh, before that, Luka,
Mhm.
I need you to make me a charm contest against the constable who comes to check on you to make sure that he doesn't recognize you.
Oh. Okay.
You do get a +1 for the fact that you have that Marelyn said that she contoured your makeup.
Okay.
Nice.
A lot of my traits are very distinctive about me, so I'm not sure if they help.
So since this is a contest, it's like whoever rolls first sets the
difficulty.
DC. So who should roll first? Like, should it be the Connor or should it be Luka?
It would be Luka
Okay.
because he's the one with the static.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure I can add anything.
I think it's just charm +1 die.
Charm +1. Okay. So that is
Yeah, it's not really the appropriate moment for your winning smile.
no, because that will be memorable. So charm 5, so that's a 6. Okay, 3s. Yes.
Okay,
God
you're a
rolled.
lucky duck, aren't you? So the Connor comes around and he's like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay, sir?" Like, and he begins to check you over. He says, "What happened?"
Well, you see, there's not usually cars on this alley. It's a nice shortcut to the cafe down the street where I was. Sorry.
He
I'm
was
feeling a little
going
nauseous.
to, and then he was going to meet his lawyer father for a nice lunch.
Then
That
the
he is now
constable becomes,
extremely
like,
late for,
very
and his
worried.
father will be coming to look for him very soon.
He can't see me like this. He just can't. That poor shop owner where I stubbed my toe, they've never recovered. What is he going to do about this?
And he begins to nod. And then he looks over his shoulder, and then he makes a motion. And the other constable looks in his rearview mirror. Would they have
Yeah.
I feel like they'd have to have something to look
You have
back.
vehicles.
Yeah, but they'll
Yeah.
have a blind spot directly behind the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
of the
so he
big-
looks, he checks, and then you feel that those of you who are in the vehicle feel the vehicle begin to back up.
Oh no.
No witnesses.
I'm going to take a step back as it like backwards as it kicks. I'm holding onto the door and I'm just going to walk backwards with it. Can I do that without getting run over?
So are you keeping the door open then? You're just okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
all right,
I see what you're doing.
Are Kalcifer and I still inside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I'm doing this in kind of like the
Simultaneous.
not rounds, but it's
Yeah.
what are they called?
Because
Beats.
I have a plan. It might be a dumb plan, but I have a plan on.
Yeah.
So first thing we need to do is get Kalcifer out down the manhole.
Mhm.
Second thing, I hop out. We push the doors close. I grab a screwdriver out of my pocket and shove it in where the padlock was before. So while the other two prisoners are focusing on trying to break their much less brittle chains than Kalcifer's was, I'm locking them back inside.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, well, let's resolve the car reversing and see how that plan goes.
Yeah. So I need Dervish. If you are trying to keep with the car as it reverses, I need a physique roll from you.
Cool.
And this is largely one to keep the door open, but also to not fall down the manhole.
Oh god, yeah. Oh no, they're gonna reverse over the manhole. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So can I add anything to this? Nope. Okay. So I'm going 7 dice. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is gonna be put it at 1.
Okay. Okay. All right. Whew.
Dervish is used to higher panic situations than this.
Yeah. He's way calmer than I am, and I rolled 4s, and I got my first nudge of the session.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to like sidestep it, but you realize that this manhole that like was once uncovered is now about half covered.
Oh no. Okay. That's fine. I then indicate to Hallie and Kalcifer to hurry up.
Hallie, you have the highest wits, right?
Yeah.
Hallie, you pop Kalcifer free. Kalcifer and you hop out the back.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that was your prepared action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming, you can tell me differently, you and him are going down.
Kalcifer, I want Kalcifer to go down the hole first.
Okay.
Hallie is small.
Okay. So he comes out, drops down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost as if he understands and knows this whole plan before it goes down.
Which makes sense. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So next, Hallie hops down and we need to push the doors shut.
Yep. Dervish closes the door.
Crappiest screwdriver from her kit. Boom. All right, down.
Okay. So pause. Hallie is still right outside of the manhole cover. You got the screwdriver in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inside,
Yep. They're going to start putting up.
starts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marelyn,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Marelyn at this point has gone full con woman and is trying to convince the conner to mail a check to her P.O. box, and they don't have to get the lawyers or insurance involved.
Okay, so Connor has pulled out a
Or
notepad
like to just give her a check. Right, yeah.
and is like taking notes of like where the P.O. box is and like all this stuff, just numbing up your little act.
Yes.
Very on top of it. And then you hear a gunshot ring out.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's unexpected.
Luka screams.
Marelyn,
has trauma,
I
man.
think will be a very like still trying to be in character for these conners, but will sort of get wide-eyed and be like, I thought these streets were in a good part. We need to go now. And we'll try and help Luka to his feet and sort of project her "we need to go now" voice loud enough to get Hallie and Dervish to hear it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Who did we release?
So, we
As
didn't.
Mass murderer.
No, well, we didn't. They're still in the back.
But one of them got a gun from the driver, I think.
But they
no, the
couldn't
gunshot
have.
came from outside
Oh.
and on one of the rooftops.
Oh no.
And so this is something that's even going to distract against those two prisoners kicking up a ruckus. Gunshots gonna poke. This is
Rosemary, I have bad news
this is
for you.
not terrible.
We don't know where the bullet's going yet. We might
No,
be
we
the
don't.
target.
But
I know who it is. I know who it is.
Ian's figured this out.
It might be
Natasha,
Mirabelle.
it's Ghost.
It's
freaking Ghost.
Natasha.
And the door rattles against the screwdriver.
Yeah, well, it'll keep him busy long enough for us to get the hell out.
And I need to make
It's a lot of force.
a bullet hits the Connor that's outside of the vehicle.
Okay.
So the one that's standing near Luka.
Okay.
Hits the Connor?
Yes.
Oh.
Hits the constable.
Oh no.
It hits them. Doesn't hit them anywhere vital. Hits them in the shoulder.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, Harmony, we're under attack. Oh no. He's like backing away. looking.
And this guy is like suddenly like,
Yeah.
what's going on? And Dervish.
I'd probably push Hallie down the hole first. I wouldn't go first. I think I'd have to go
No,
first.
you need to go first because Hallie is small enough to duck underneath the truck and then still slide in.
Okay, right. He's not going to be
You are
gentlemanly
not.
then. He's going to be one like, you go, and then she's going to be like, you go, and I'm going to be like, okay, and then I'm just going to go.
Okay. Luka.
Yes.
So you have a guy who's just been shot. Now screaming a little bit out of it. I mean, not screaming, but he's a little in shock.
Yeah.
Looking around. What's going on?
Yeah. Luka's just playing scared. Like, he's just like, well, because actually, Luka doesn't know where this shot is
No,
coming
and
from.
you are truly,
He doesn't
you
have
are
to play.
truly in pain because Marelyn returned all of that to you.
Yeah. So yeah, Luka's just backing up, like looking wildly everywhere, like trying to find a ways away, but not making like too sudden moves.
I'm assuming at this point you're not backing up. You're like on the ground backward.
Yeah, and he'll, in his panic, start burning Electrum again. Just trying to find the safest
Route.
route. Yeah.
So you see that the truck does not stop backing up.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like he's just gonna like back up until he hits something, and then is gonna try to keep getting away.
As that's happening, we're back to Hallie.
All right. So Hallie is gonna pull a Parker, drop down flat, roll underneath the truck, and make her way down the manhole, pull the cover back into place after her. It's like we were never there.
Okay, you successfully do that. Doesn't
Excellent.
require a roll. You're fine.
I mean, you could have made me roll for it. and-
There's so
and,
much
like, I've got-
distraction going on, like it would be a 0. Like it's
Okay.
not necessary. The car doesn't really have much maneuver space at this point, right?
Yeah.
It's
This is just
just
straight back. Yeah.
It's just slowly backing up. Yeah.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah.
Nobody ever saw the manhole cover open. Nobody saw us but the other prisoners, and we were disguised and we had masks
We did have
on.
masks on.
It's so great.
And
Yeah.
It's so well.
this is like
So all that's left on the scene. So at this point, I'm assuming Dervish and Hallie and Kalcifer are leaving the scene.
Yes. I'm going to make sure he was okay when we threw him down the manhole. He didn't like break a leg. And I'll be like, and then I'll be like, right, we got to move now. We got to go quick. And then
Kalcifer looks over to the two of you, and he looks to Hallie and he asks, "You don't happen to have any metals on you, do you?"
just my brass mines.
Okay, let's go then.
oh no.
It's like, why would I be carrying metals?
Oh man. Have we ever asked if Calcifer's a metal born of any kind?
I swear we were told
You've been
like he
told
was some
over
kind
and
of
over and
He's a
over.
rider, isn't he?
He's a what?
He's a rider, isn't he?
He's a rioter.
Okay,
No.
okay,
Yes.
good.
That's what I
I
thought.
remembered.
Yep, he's a writer. And I guess I didn't mention this, and perhaps I should have, but he did ask when you guys visited the precinct, he asked for a drink.
Mm.
Yeah. Now, have we ever seen Kalcifer and grandmama in the same room together?
Right, okay.
Anyway, so he says, well, I guess then we'll be leaving.
Cool. Let's go. And then I pick up my bag of meat and
I'm
Make
sure
our way.
Marelyn has all the emotional elemency under control. But that gunshot was unexpected.
yeah. Was that gunshot you guys? One of yours?
What do you mean one of mine?
You had Mirabelle on this job. This was like your plan, wasn't it?
I mean, I didn't. Mirabelle came to me and offered it. But so, yes, it's possible that it was her.
Okay.
She didn't seem to be inclined to help directly, but
It's also possible that
she's
it was
also kind of a-
Ghost.
yeah.
Chester.
And Mirabelle's
Yeah.
also a sneaky little bint. So
Okay. Let's just move. On our way.
And Kalcifer, you guys get a little bit of ways into the sewers, and then Kalcifer turns to Hallie and kind of offers his chains and says, "I could move a lot faster if."
Yep. She'll unlock them. I mean, I assume given enough time.
Yeah.
Well, Dervish will do the pulling, and you can do the heating, and we'll go quicker.
I don't even have to heat. All I have to do is get my lockpicks out.
Oh,
I'm not going to
yeah.
waste more ferrochemy charges if I don't have to.
So back up top, the transport vehicle is slowly backing up. It backs up over the manhole cover. Laying in front is Luka, who has now moved off to like the side of the alley. You're kind of like find the wall of it. Marelyn, what are you doing?
I am gonna just follow Luka, fuss over him, and try to like get us both out of there. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm like staying in character, trying to be like, you know how to. I expect for us to be paid. Come on. We need to. These streets are dangerous. We need to get somewhere safer. I can't believe your father is gonna when he hears about this.
Marelyn, I would like a charm roll.
Of what? Do I get to keep any of my bonus dice?
Remind me what those were.
One was positive circumstances of Luka writhing in pain, and one was criminal background.
So criminal background you can keep, positive circumstances you cannot.
Okay.
Because there's more at play now than
Yes.
just Luka.
Ooh,
Okay.
5s and a nudge.
With 5s and a nudge, you manage to scoop up Luka and hurry him off down like the side alley that you came through. There are like boxes and barrels and stuff that were set up there, but like when you came in through that way, you kind of had to navigate through them, so you know the path already.
Okay.
And you managed to not draw a lot of attention when you leave. Behind you, though, you hear another gunshot.
Oh God!
I just thought of something that I didn't include in my prep. Can I make a roll to have prepped it if I didn't think of it beforehand?
What are you trying to have prepped?
Like just that I've set up my outfit that I could do like a bit of quick changing to like look a little different as we're like moving away.
I will give you a spirits roll.
Okay.
Would he spend a spirits to do that?
I could.
Ooh, yeah, I could have you spend a. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Let's spend a spirits.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like spending spirits or resources to kind of be like, is this something? Okay, so I've spent a spirits.
Yeah,
But I
mostly
think
because
you still have to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I roll with 3. What's the difficulty?
the difficulty will be 2.
Okay.
I will give you an extra die because you do have Marelyn there with you, and she is the type who probably would have thought through something like that, given her past.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Nope. Okay.
So no.
So he's just leaving looking exactly like he looks. So
Okay.
Cool.
And also, you're injured enough that maybe getting the clothing off isn't quite as easy as you might have originally thought it would be.
yeah, I was thinking like, anyway, it's okay.
Yeah, maybe it's not quite coming off your shoulder like you would have hoped it would because you can't quite move it properly. It's stiffened up quite a bit.
Yeah, mumbling about, I didn't think this through with potential
injuries.
Okay.
So I think everyone is off the scene then. Heading back to the Brass Ladle.
We do have a guy in prisoner garb with us. Do we? We probably should have brought him a change of clothes. That would have been smart of us.
I mean, you can leave him in the sewer and go get some clothes.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's organize that.
We're all going to need very thorough baths after this anyway.
Especially with that nice chum that you've been hauling around.
Oh, yeah. I'm bringing the sack back with me as well. It's a good sack. I'm not going to leave it in the sewers.
No, you're going to have to burn the sack, Dervish.
Just leave it in the sewer. Just
like everything we're wearing is going to have to be burned. The sack isn't any better.
Okay.
The sack is worse.
I'm going to leave it behind and be sad about leaving it behind. Okay. Yeah.
We can save it for another time if we ever need to feed the crocodiles again.
It's a good shout. Yeah. Shall we head back to Brass Ladle then?
But we're going to go back with Royce.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
Royce. Are you actually staying at home and reading? What are you doing?
It's like, I know I have a job that I'm supposed to go to, but I did get blown up and have a broken arm, so I think I can use some sick time and not go into the office for a few days at least. So I would be going through my collection of Alira Kelsey, cross-referencing with memories of reading the books, trying to do figure out some sort of lead. I'm because the lead we have super vague, and I'm something in the books. I'm also having to do this one-handed because
it's great. You're just sitting there and fold the page, and the page will flutter back over every once in a while, and you're figuring out how to do it with one hand, and then you're kind of trying to figure out how to prop it with your hand without hurting it, and then you figure out you can use like a bar, like a candle or something, and every once in a while the candle rolls. Like it's this whole thing. Like you're getting really smart about it, and eventually you settle down and like have gotten it to work. Roll me a spirits roll of 3.
Do I do it?
Do it.
What is this if not information acquisition?
Yes, you are. That's fine.
Okay. And I have a spirits of 7, so I'm rolling 8 dice.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! I did not realize you had bumped your spirits that high.
Oh, Royce has always had the highest spirits.
That's why the dogs always come and talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dogs have never come and talked to me. As point of
Well,
fact.
that's why the dogs are always
Round.
So that's 4s and 2 nudges.
I want you to roll me a wits of 3.
That's 5s and
Not
2
bad.
nudges.
Okay.
Bank them nudges.
Yes.
So you spend a couple hours reading. You're sitting there, in your fancy new apartment. Beautiful, beautiful architecture that you have in there. Most of the copper is still like piled from when Luka gathered it all in his like flurry. And you haven't gotten around to like putting it back where it belongs yet because you've just been like sleeping sick or out. So it's just like stacked. But you do, have your metal mines, and you tap the ones that have the memories of the novels. And you pull down all of your books that you have. And as you're tapping the memories, because you've generally your pattern, right, of reading these mystery novels, and what Alyra Kelsey does, right, is she has a couple of novels, right, in a small series, right, that are very like self-contained, or like one-offs. So you'll read the series and then store it so that you can read it again, right, and then store it or whatever. And you realize as you pull all of the information out, you've never had all of the memories at the same time.
Okay.
So as you're drawing out all of these memories, you're realizing that there are threads between the books and between these one-offs and these series that you have never put together. Because you've just never held the information all at the same time. You would have never been able to put those and link them.
Yeah.
You do realize, however, that there are still gaps missing. There are gaps from portions of books or bits and pieces that that you must have read in the last year or so.
Potentially during the period, like the last 3-4 months that I wiped.
Yes. Namely her most recent novels, right? Which are the ones that have sequels that are coming out.
Yep. Okay. But I'm assuming I have physical copies of those.
You do have physical copies of them, yes. However, you do know that it will take you time to reread those. You have a good direction now because you know where your gaps are specifically, but it will take you time. On top of that, there are couple of things that Illyria Kalcifer is known for writing.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is that, because this is something you had written into your backstory, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Is that she writes about, is it a detective who is a Kandra?
Yeah, one of her series is the Marpool Mysteries, which is about like a Kandra detective that spends most of their time as an old lady.
So you know that not only that series has that element, but there are several other series with similar elements, using Kandra, either as the main character or as main like protagonist, antagonist,
Deuteragonist.
Yeah,
It's like their main character
in the main ensemble. And she seems to know a lot about Kandra. The other thing she seems to know a lot about is terrace people, which makes a decent amount of sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she does write with their heritage in mind in a lot of places. But she does not. Her mysteries do not focus on normies. Like, how do I?
Yeah, the normies,
like non-terrorists,
like
or
society,
people.
like
Yeah.
well, no, like so, like non-Kandra, non-terrorist, like it's generally about.
It's
like
not
the,
about average
the outsiders,
folk.
yeah, which is common for writing, right? But she very much specifies down into those distinct channels.
Yeah. So Illyria Kalcifer knows a lot about Kandra and terrace people.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, if she is terrorist, the second one makes sense.
Yeah.
Or she might be a Kandra pretending to be a terrorist person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The author ate your mom.
How's Ian's brain doing?
It is currently processing. The beach ball is spinning.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll put something on your face in the video in post. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I'm assuming she's portraying it like the Kandra and terrace people in a fairly like positive light.
Not always.
Oh, okay.
It is always, from what you know, it is always truthful and factual, but it is not always kind.
Okay.
Right? She does have all across the board. She has protagonists and antagonists that take on both roles.
Okay. Does she have any subplots about a loved one feeling betrayed when they find out that their relative was eaten by a Kandra and the Kandra has been dead or the person has been dead for a while, and the betrayal at the Kandra pretending to maintain that relationship?
That feels like a very specified and pointed question. I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Are there any subplots about mothers who abandoned their children?
Is that an actual question? Like, are these actual questions?
That is an actual question.
Can't tell if you're just poking wounds or not.
No, I'm just making notes for if she wants factual Kandra subplots, I can give her some notes for her next book.
Yeah, I actually do want to know. This is not like a thing Royce is looking for, but I want to see if This is a me
This is
question.
you question. Roll me a spirits roll of 5.
Ooh. Watch him get all 5s. Oh.
Do I spend?
do you have enough-
Oh, wait. Do I spend nudges on this?
That is entirely your call.
Because I now have 5, so I am going to spend 3 to nudge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like these don't persist between sessions.
No,
I need
might
to
as well
use
use
them.
Yeah, it's fine. And it's a cool plot point.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a cool plot point. Yes. There is a there's a standalone novel specifically about a woman who lives in a terrace enclave, who has a child, and she sends that child away because she doesn't want them to grow up in that enclave. It's also mentioned in that book because the novel doesn't follow the child, it follows her. It also mentions that she has other children who are slightly older than the child that she sends away.
Children in the enclave.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now I'm wondering if the child that was sent away is a character in one of the other series. Who knows? Okay.
Perhaps even a character in this game.
Royce looks in the mirror and just nothing clicks.
So I don't actually know if Royce had even met Alyx or Kelsey in the past, or if this would have been his first time. Because like she doesn't come to the city very
She
often.
doesn't. I think this is why it was an event, right? Because it was very rare. This happened.
Yeah,
she
doesn't like doing
avoids
sightings.
being in public and around people.
Yeah.
Apparently for good reason.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are there any plots about buildings exploding?
Probably. I'm gonna say yes.
Also, Natasha, can we start getting the names of these books? Like, come on, just a bit more.
Look, I'm not that creative. Come on. I mean, if you want, we can brainstorm afterwards, then I can start peppering them in here, but
We could just throw some
a
X
lot
to
of
Y.
pressure. Don't you know that authors either come up with the book's name immediately at the beginning, and then those are often nixed by their editor and are renamed, or they're come up with at the very end because they can't decide on a name at all.
Yep.
Yeah, that is, I can confirm this. And also, my naming conventions tend to either be something that works on multiple levels of the theme of the story, and or a terrible pun.
Yeah, terrible puns are the best novel names.
Or it's like of crowns and thorns.
Now you guys are just describing our process for getting episode titles.
Natasha, I think you missed the part ahead of where it's like you have like a prince or like a thief or like a magician, and then afterwards.
Yes. Chandra of shadow and might.
The child of terrace and abandonment. Anyway.
Okay. I think
This segue brought to you by...
Yeah. Royce would just start rereading the books that are missing.
Okay. There's a knock on Royce's door.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I'll hobble over to the door and look through the peephole.
Sveth is standing there.
I knew it was going to be Sveth.
Of course it was.
He says, I'm here to pick you up.
I assume this is a somewhat regular occurrence, and he only picks me up to go to a certain person.
Yes. And generally, it's not always him who picks you up. It's but now who's going to be picking you up, and it is only when you're not at work.
Okay. Just a moment. I'm gonna go over and grab a piece of copper.
You have a whole stack.
Yeah. I'm going to store my memories with the crew and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
And then I will go with Sven. But I'm visibly annoyed. With Sven.
With Sven?
Yes. Sven's annoying.
It's true.
And Sveth is such a gentleman. He, opens doors for you and makes sure that you're comfortable. And he asks you if you need anything.
Stop making me feel bad for Sven. He's bad.
He is. I'm starting to get some very Kronk vibes off of him.
Yeah.
He's a himbo.
Like,
Yeah.
No, he's a big dummy.
Don't cronkify Sveth. Kronk is amazing. Sveth is bad. He's not allowed to be Kronk.
Told you all he's a himbo.
Yeah.
I know some of you disagree with me because you argue he's not, pure of heart.
Poor life choices. I'm not sure he's smart enough to know how to be pure of heart.
Okay. He asks you if you need anything. He makes sure that you're all comfortable in the vehicle because you are injured. He says, make sure that your burns are all okay. He even hands you this little tumbler of ointment, and he says, I picked this up for you. And then he, goes and gets in and starts to drive.
Point of clarity that I've stored their faces and names, but I'm aware that I met with them with last night. So it's I'm not completely unaware of anything that just happened, but secure information not currently in my brain.
Aren't I literally the only person she hasn't met?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Royce wouldn't know that, but
and you arrive at a location that none of the group know. And Sveth hands you some black robes and, puts his own on and gets out of the vehicle and then goes around to help you out.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little assistance.
Of course.
I only have, and I lift up the one arm that I can use.
And he very gently and kindly is helping you into this robe.
Evil cultist robe? Yes.
He's very kind about it. And then he looks at your broken arm that's strapped down to the side and he says, I'm just going to
That's gonna stay
I'm just gonna
inside.
leave that and I'm gonna tie this one up. And he just kind of ties off the other sleeve so it doesn't get in the way. And then he asks, How are you feeling, by the way?
Oh, I'm in pain.
Well, I'm sorry. And he seems sincere. And then
Start wondering how much of Sveth's
You're doing me dirty.
evil in the past has been because of the effects of emotional allomancy.
And Mirabelle, yeah.
And Mirabelle.
And Mirabelle. Mirabelle's a bad influence on everybody.
And then he, goes to the door in the back of this alley and opens it for you.
Mm-hmm. Are these like robes hooded?
Yes. Of course they're hooded.
Okay.
Of course they
hood
are.
up. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Why did I even ask?
Cultist hood. I mean, they're evil cultist robes. Of course they're hooded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and of course you have your little shard pendant.
Yes. Stained glass window pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you go down some stairs, and there's some, noise up above that kind of fades as you go down. And there's like a couple of flights of stairs, and the door, he shuts the door behind you.
Can I have drunk some tin before this is happening? So I have the reserves in my body, whether or not I choose to activate it. But okay.
Yeah, I'll let you have done that. Like when you went back and stored the memories. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get down into this basement environment, it is very similar to like the medical labs of the old campus. Mm-hmm. However, it is much more like set up a little haphazardly.
Cobbled together?
Yeah. And on the one wall, there is a sheet of metal. And in it are the beginnings and spacings of engravings.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ian complains. He's like, "Oh, why am I playing? Oh, everyone I'm playing games with thinks I'm a big secret. Oh yeah, by the way, in between seasons, I joined the secret hemalurgy cults. By the way, I'm like, I am outraged that you unbelievable.
Poor Royce. Everyone just always.
I don't have any
speaks to him all
friends
the
except for my
time.
cult friends. God." Unbelievable.
Are you done, Ben?
Yeah, I'm done.
You okay?
You don't know any of this is happening.
Anyone else want to have an outburst of emotion while we're at it?
No, this is pretty much what I expected.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to go visit Grandma and have tea with her,
That is what I was assuming. But okay.
Sitting off to the side are a couple of people that you recognize. Mm-hmm. Most of them are like allomancers of some degree. One of them is Beatrice.
The worst.
She's sitting there and looking bored as always.
Yep.
She's not allowed to be redeemed. Beatrice, we have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, Beatrice is just...
I like how you hate her and she's done nothing. Literally nothing.
She has no actual drive to do anything. She just sits there and is bored with everything. She has no personality, no interest. Of course we hate her.
She was kind of a jerk during the auction.
Mm-hmm. There's no color to her.
Okay. She's just sitting there. And the other one...
Was it Rafe?
Yes, Rafe.
Of course, yes.
And Rafe has opened a book already. Set up in the center of the room are two people prepared for spikes.
Yeah.
Prepared to receive or prepared like want to give?
I'm assuming
both. Yeah.
One
of each
to make spikes. Okay.
Yeah. So one to be drained and one to receive it.
Yeah.
One to die horribly.
Are we gonna watch Ian kill someone to make a spike? Or watch Royce?
I'm in no position to kill anybody right now.
True.
True.
Even when you're perfectly healthy, you're not usually in a position to kill anyone.
Yeah, I suppose you did probably store away your like extra hemalurgy knowledge.
No, he kept that.
Oh,
Well, we don't know. But
On that notion,
Mhm.
oh my gosh.
let's jump back to the crew.
Unbelievable. Dervish all of a sudden is outraged and he doesn't know why. He just feels it.
Do we need to take like a minute so that Ben can go down?
It's fine. It's fine.
Ben's adrenaline is like,
Marelyn somewhere feels like a strong sense of vindication and she doesn't know why.
Meanwhile, Mirabelle is off hanging around somewhere in a cloud of smug.
Oh yeah, all of her comments make so much sense to me.
you all arrive back at the brass ladle.
Some of us might take a moment to bathe.
Yes. I'm assuming you take time to bathe and clean up.
Yeah,
and
burn clothes.
Kalcifer will go with Dervish. He's going to go to Dervish's place to clean up and all of that. He, kind of asks between the two of you who's is best and picks Dervish, obviously, because Hallie has her parents and would never allow that. And Dervish
Luka
lives in...
Stop at his
Hallie
flat
might
and
even be using
change.
whatever bathing facilities are at the brass ladle, so she doesn't have to explain to her parents why she smells like sewer.
Yeah, I mean, valid.
Yeah.
There's not really bathing facilities. Like,
I guess.
I mean, there's like there are places to sleep and there are places to eat.
Like a sink. You could cloth and a sink.
It's probably not good
you might
enough.
have
All
a
right,
change
she's
of
just going to
clothes
have to
at the
sneak.
brass ladle too.
Yeah.
I feel like we're there often enough that it wouldn't surprise me if we all had like an emergency change of clothes there.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, at least Hallie wasn't carting around the sack of rancid meat.
Yes.
Yeah. She
Matt,
can take
what
her
were-
shoes out back and hose them down. Or her boots.
Yeah.
Um,
She wore her oldest pair of boots so that she could just sacrifice them to the fire.
yeah.
Or just keep them as the sewer boots.
I think Luka will try to stop back at his place just so he's not going straight to the brass ladle, and then he can change and I don't know. So my arm, what's with Luka's arm? It
will continue to be sore for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Like, essentially, you're just like...
It's not
you don't know what you did.
Or...
No, if anything,
Okay.
it probably dislocated, then popped right back in. Like, it was kind of, it's just really sore.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably feel it for a few days, but it'll get better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause
You'll
it
be able
didn't
to
actually do
use
damage.
it. Yeah, you'll be able to use it in the next few days. But like today, it's just really stiff and sore. I don't know if you've ever been like in a car accident, but it's like,
Your
when it doesn't
whole
do
body.
damage, you're just like, it aches.
Yeah.
Right. That deep.
And then whilst I'm with Kalcifer and we're bathing, we'll do the whole it's good to see you after all these years. I think it's been like 2 years, months.
Mhm.
Yeah. We'll save the full debrief until everyone's together, but we'll do the pleasantries that we haven't seen each other in a while. There's a lot of respect in that relationship. They've known each other a long time, so
Yeah, and he's happy to see you, and he seems like his old self. He is like, you're getting this feeling like he used to be a lot more like open and joyful and like kind of like just kind of like not fun, but kind of rowdy.
yeah.
And he's kind of toned that down just a little bit.
Okay.
He's a little bit more serious in general now, like when he used to be more serious, like only when like the deeper conversations would come out. So he's obviously gone through a little bit of wear.
Yeah, he's gone through some stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he asks you, how is everyone? How has everyone been?
Well, Hallie is same as usual. You know, nothing much. She's doing well. Marelyn. Oh boy, Marelyn went through some stuff. Yeah. I will tell him about the Chandra incidents with her father. And
You will or won't?
I will.
He kind of absorbs that, and he like chuckles, but it's clearly like ticking through his brain.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? And then I'll be like, and then yeah, Luka's pretty much the same. He got a job. And,
then he's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
You're asking the wrong person how everyone is.
Yeah, no.
Luka, the person who has probably changed the most since the start of season 1. Besides Royce, who the Kalcifer has never met.
He has met.
Yeah, very once or twice, wasn't it?
We had one conversation.
Yeah.
As I was in bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was never met. I meant like never met before, like the current events.
And then I'll be like, oh, and then there's Royce, but where to start with Royce? I know you met because you told us that's how we know you met him. That's how we know to go to the precinct. Yes. Which I think you met him in the precinct, and
yes, and Chester Ghost has kept me in the loop there.
Oh, good. Okay. You've been in communication with Chester this whole time?
Not the whole time.
Okay.
Probably the last couple months. He managed to track me down.
A little. That boy will be the death of me. He didn't say anything. Okay. But yeah, if he's filled you with Royce, you know what's going on there. We're still dealing with that situation, so yeah.
And then Kalcifer looks at you rather like searchingly, and he asks, from what you know of Royce, do you trust him?
I would say yes. But maybe not right now. But we got in a few sticky situations in the past, and he's generally been pretty reliable. But this whole memory thing, I don't even know if he's the same Royce, so it's hard to say right now.
Well, you're not the same without your memories. Your memories are who you are. Yeah,
I feel like well, with these archivists, I'm sure they disagree. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
He nods and he says, and what do you think of Mirabelle?
Oh, Mirabelle. Well, she shot Luka.
Yes, I am aware.
Yeah, and so that's a real big mark against her. And then she tried to sacrifice him as well a few weeks back, make a spike out of him. And again, I'm not a big fan of Mirabelle, I have to say, but she seems useful in some circumstances. But I wouldn't trust her with God, anything really. Although, saying that, we got you back because of her. She gave us the location, the time, and the info was good. And so, I don't know, maybe next time she offers to join up with us. Some considerations might
I would say she's more honest than most.
And that definitely has its pluses.
He nods.
I'm getting such different answers from Dervish than he would from Hallie.
And he says, People change, you know, Dervish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
You know, the differences between when you and I first met to now. Differences between when Marelyn and I first met to now. Differences that I've heard from Ghost about, you know, Luka and Hallie. People change. And I wouldn't say from what I know of Mirabelle and from what she's told me, her actions were more reasonable than evil. Just like your actions were more reasonable than evil.
Yeah. The thing is, people can reason their way into a lot of things. And so, like I said, I'll have to wait and see when it comes to Mirabelle. I'll think on it. I'll think on it.
I would just say, think on it. Keep an open mind. You know me, I'll never push you into anything, but I will tell you, I'll tell you what I think and what I see. And I'm generally a pretty good judge of things.
Yeah, I'd like to think so too. I mean, you put this crew together, and even without you there, you know, we've stuck together. We've accomplished some things together, which is always good. And yeah, would you say you trust her then?
I would say I trust her sufficiently to put her on the crew.
You might be outvoted there, but that's good to know.
I might, but we'll see. And I will say that there are some on the crew who, when I first met them, I would have trusted less.
It's good to know. That's good to know. You know, talking about people changing, well, it's just me and you. What's changed with you?
Dark places do things to a person.
That they do.
Being alone does things to a person.
That it does.
You know, I'm used to having my people. And I'm used to running with people that I can trust and that I choose. And when you are in prison or on the other side of things, you don't always get to pick.
Yeah. No, I know what it's like to be in a place where you don't get to pick who you're with. But hey, we got you out, we got you back. And so we go see the crew?
And he gets kind of that, he gets a very like characteristic Kalcifer smirk. And he says, yeah, I think it's about time. I've got a bit of a plan to run by you all.
Love to hear it. Let's go.
So you all meet back at the Brass Ladle. Well, minus Royce, who is off on other adventures.
Otherwise indisposed.
Good guys meet back at the Brass Ladle.
I forgot about that for a second.
And in through the door. So all of you arrive, right? And then in through the door walks Ghost. And shortly thereafter him walks Mirabelle.
Who wants to react first?
Would Kalcifer be there before Mirabelle?
Yes, you are all there before Ghost and Mirabelle.
Okay. I think so. Probably as she's walking in, Luka is kind of just being like, oh my gosh, it's really you. Like, it's so good to see you. Like, things have been crazy the last little bit. And like, he's like, I want to catch up with you. I want to know everything that has happened. But Luka is talking so fast and so much that Kalcifer is like,
and he's just kind of smiling and nodding and like, you know.
So Luka then will kind of trail off mid-sentence and be like, and what are you doing here? And we'll point at Mirabelle. So that's his reaction.
And she says, I was invited.
Now, Luka. I think let's take a seat and we all have history with Mirabelle. You most of all, I feel like. But let's talk this out.
And Mirabelle looks to Luka and then looks down at his leg and says, "That's not the same leg, is it?"
Immediately regretting standing up for her.
And Hallie from the corner that she's hanging around in is like, Mirabelle, maybe you need to learn to not let words come out of your mouth because that doesn't seem to be working out very well for you today.
Well, I was going to apologize for shooting him, but I mean...
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry for shooting you, Luka. Yeah, that's going to make it all better.
Luka, I think, is going to look to Kalcifer and see how he's reacting. Like, and try to get a vibe.
Kalcifer, like, is letting you to... In a very Kalcifer-like way, he is letting you two sort it out and more reading the interaction. Okay. He is slightly smiling. Not in a annoying way to you. It just feels like who he is. But he is at ease.
In that case, I think Luka will look to him and see like the vibes are kind of like calm. And so he'll take some calm from that and kind of say, well, you know, fine, let's hear what is happening then. And he'll kind of sit slowly down because he's sore.
Ghost goes and sits on one side of Marelyn. And Mirabelle kind of looks around the room and then like goes and sits on the other side of Marelyn.
Hallie at this point will sit down and she'll position herself to where she's sitting in between Mirabelle and Luka, just in case she gets any other stupid ideas about trying to shoot him again. You will notice that Mirabelle is not noticeably armed. It doesn't matter. I'm just... I'm putting it out there because you seem concerned about it. Hallie has had a shit couple of days, and Mirabelle is the handiest target for her anger.
Yeah.
That is really what it boils down to. She doesn't have anyone else in this room to be angry at, so she's going to focus it all on her.
I think Luka's also going to take his hat off and kind of, again, tug his ear and give Marelyn a look.
When did this happen?
Oh, I don't think I've swallowed any. I don't think I would have any brass left in me still, would I?
Not.
Or have I used it all?
That would depend how many charges it takes and how many is in the vial that you drink. Because you've done a couple of soothings.
I guess it does. I guess it says it contains 3 charges. So I would probably. I probably only used 1 in the heist.
You used 2.
Right? Okay. So I have one left. All right, I'll suit Luka.
Okay.
So Luka kind of visually, like he kind of, some of the tension fades out of him.
And then I'll turn to Mirabelle and go, shooting the Connors? Really?
She says, look, the one was starting to burn. They don't use a smoker so that they can see when they start to burn in case something goes wrong. And then they send in reinforcements.
And here I thought you said you were not going to get involved in the op.
I said I wasn't going to help you.
Except you did. So you lied.
Mirabelle just looks at you and says, apparently anything I do will be a lie to you. So I'm going to disregard your opinion of me.
Right. So Mirabelle being here was under the invitation of Kalcifer. And she provided us with good info for this trip, for this job. We got Kalcifer out. I don't think you needed to shoot the guard, but hey, we still got out. If you're going to do that kind of thing, do tell us next time. You know, Kalcifer here tells me one of your better traits is that you're honest. So let's start having that going between us, shall we?
Yes, if we were allied, you would know.
Okay, that's fair. But Kalcifer, you're here because you said you had a job for us. But before...
And he just lights up with a grin. Boy, do I.
But before we get into that...
Oh boy.
How did you end up in jail?
Well, technically that was a choice. That went kind of wrong. I wasn't supposed to be there as long as I was. Like I was saying earlier, you know, when you're in jail, you can't pick and choose, you know, who helps you. And unfortunately, I aligned myself with someone who did something a little bit out of my typical choice.
Okay.
And so I went down for what they went down for. However, I did get the knowledge that I needed, and all's well that ends well. But I do apologize for being gone for so long. I know that must have been hard on most of you, if not all of you. I did miss you all.
Well,
why didn't you tell us the plan?
I wasn't sure that the lead that I was following wasn't just a myth.
I mean, it still would have been nice to know where you were.
True. I do apologize for that. I tried a couple of times to contact you. By the time that I got in contact with Ghost here, it was already in motion that I was going to be transferred and that this all would begin to unravel. And I didn't want to worry you more than necessary.
And I mean, the important thing is that you're back now. And, you know, we got by, you know, all right without you.
It does sound like it.
Yeah, we thwarted a scary bad cult. So
yeah,
that was fun.
For certain definitions of thwarting.
For the time being, anyway, I've heard.
Yeah.
But I think we're all, you know, excited for you to be back and give us some direction, vision.
We've stole for some rich, given to some poor, and destroyed some cultural heritage items as well. That was fun.
Yes.
Well, let's continue that, shall we? Stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, getting in the way of some cultist bad. How did you phrase that, Luka, so eloquently?
Scary bad cults. Bad.
Yes, scary bad cults.
Mm.
And he begins to pull off his shirt.
It's a tattoo.
And he turns around, and across his back, etched in, scarred, is a map.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're prison breaking this. All right.
I was expecting a ghost blood tattoo. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, he joined the ghost bloods in prison. Yeah. That's where this is going.
Dervish is gonna take a look. What is the map of?
And he says, if someone would draw this on a piece of paper, that would be exquisite.
Yeah, Hallie will get some paper and actually put it up against his back and just literally start tracing.
And he patiently waits. Marelyn, I want you to roll me a wits of 1.
I rolled 3s. I assume this is related to the fact that Royce gave me the hemalurgy thing with a map inside of it.
So when Royce left, he did give you his memories in the universal metal mind of the hemalurgy, the plate that you guys had heisted. On that plate, if we all remember, is a map. Grace, this is not the same map.
Ooh,
okay.
Interesting.
But it is similar.
Could perhaps those two maps fit together?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it does it seem like maybe a continuation of some kind, or is it just
You're not sure. You'd have to have them both drawn out, study them, all of that. But you do recognize immediately that these two are somehow connected, look similar, right? From the same place.
Or it's
Interesting. Yeah, because I think we talked about this in season 1, that the map seems to be you have the ones that Vin followed, and this seems to be a different cycle of maps. I think is what we would.
Yeah. So it's a map to the next plate in the sequence.
So where did you find this map?
Well, and this is part of why I didn't tell you where I was going, and I do apologize for that. A long time ago, and Marelyn, I don't know if you remember this, you made a vague mention one time when we were spending some time together late at night, that
No.
not everyone calm down.
Our minds all went to the same place.
It's not what I meant.
And that was my reaction was out of character, I will say. That was mad.
I mean, I think we were all acting out of character.
That your father had once mentioned to you that there was a map that he had gotten in some gambling something from a nobleman. Or no, he gambled away a map to a nobleman.
yes.
I tracked it.
impressive with so little to go on.
It took quite a lot of time. And like I said, I didn't know if it was just your father being your father or if, there was actually something to it.
And what does the map
since
do?
you weren't in contact with your father, I didn't want to bother you with it. The map is to a cache of atium.
Huh. Okay.
But
The famous
It's a metal.
lost vessel.
Yes.
Interesting.
interesting. I thought that was a myth.
Yes, that's why I kept it to myself for so long. Had a whole one last big treasure hunt, hurrah, whatever. Didn't want to seem like an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, it would be the find of a lifetime,
We'd be like the
Legendary.
like the survivor and his crew
Yeah.
going after a cache of atium. It's right out of the stories.
Oh, going after a cache of metal that no one can burn.
Yeah. But
Well, no one
be
can burn it.
valuable even as a relic.
Yeah. And
It would be valuable as a relic, and there are rumors of people technically who can still burn it. It's not in existence. It's theoretically possible.
And Dervish is going to lean a little bit on his knowledge of hemalurgy here. It also can be quite dangerous with spikes. Her lot, I'm going to point at Mirabelle. Her lot, I imagine, are very interested in getting their hands on it. It would be quite the fortune for them.
She nods.
When he said like there are rumors of people who can still burn it, I started watching Mirabelle to see if she reacted to that. Because I remember our first encounter.
Make me a... Ooh.
I do think lie detection is supposed to be wits.
Yeah, and I'm trying to decide if I want this to be a contest or just a straight roll. It will be a straight roll. It's a 5.
Okay.
So wits of 5.
Can I add my like jaded attribute because I'm like looking for a reaction? I don't know.
Sure. Like a suspicion.
Yeah. It's 5. Nearly impossible, oh man. Okay.
This is
it'll
amusing
be difficult.
Yeah.
because Marelyn introduced herself to Mirabelle without realizing it the first time as someone who burned EDM.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I completely failed that. No, I got a 1.
Oh dear.
And a nudge. So I have 3 nudges banked now.
Mirabelle seems completely like just resting stone faced.
Yeah.
It is
Okay. But I mean, I know that she was looking for someone.
It is also shockingly difficult to read her in general. She seems to hide things pretty well.
She has an unreadable expression.
I'm going to keep looking at Mirabelle and I'm going to be like, your bad, creepy cult buddies.
They're not my buddies.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. What is your relationship with them now?
Well, currently they would love to see me dead. So I think that's fairly clear.
I think I remember us talking about this as we capped then. I think I remember talking to her about this in episode 2 or 3 whenever I spoke to her. She did mention that she was like kicked out of the cult or just is
I mean, we saw
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
we
I
see
feel like
it
that was
happen, yeah.
fairly obvious.
Yes, she lost a lot of standing in that cult very immediately in the finale.
Given that she tried to like,
Yeah.
Pull a coup.
Yeah.
post the coup. Like,
Okay. And so we're not trying to find this. I just wanted to double check. We're not trying to find this ATM for these people. We are trying to find it for ourselves.
for the most part, yes.
Okay.
For the most part?
Was that Mirabelle or Kalcifer who said for the most part?
Mirabelle.
Okay.
And she says, I do have vested interest in it personally. And that is as much as I'm willing to say until we are on better terms.
Perhaps if that's something you want to keep close to your chest, you could share some other information that might be useful to the crew to help us trust your intentions. And I will very, very slightly sort of incline my head to Hallie while looking at Mirabelle.
And she kind of looks at Marelyn and she goes, are you sure? Like, she doesn't know? Like, I was right about that?
Facial expressions are in character.
For those not benefiting from the video feed, Rosemary currently has a expression of perplexed confusion.
Yes. Darting my eyes back and forth like I'm looking between the two of them, like, what the hell?
If you know something that you think she might not, you should say it.
And she looks to Hallie and she says, I believe you have developed the ability, if you are not aware, to burn pewter.
Your face can burn pewter.
No, it's not.
You'll look between the two and be like, really?
I am...
And the wheels are turning in Hallie's head as she is, she knows something happened, and she knows she's maybe done a couple of strike things that she maybe shouldn't have been able to do, and she's putting the pieces together and realizing that if she snapped, when she snapped, and it's a good thing she's tan because the blood is basically draining from her face.
And Mirabelle says, I am sorry. Snapping is not a pleasant process. So whatever you went through, it was likely recent, and I'm sorry for that.
For once, Hallie has absolutely nothing to say. She's just in shock.
Mirabelle grew up in the cult that believes in ritually beating your children the way they did in the Final Empire.
They do
right?
they don't have to because Harmony changed it, but they still.
Yeah, that should be like, was it the bomb? Was it the bomb yesterday?
Hallie doesn't want to answer that question. I think I know what it might have been, and no, it wasn't the bomb.
Either way, this is great. You should arm wrestle. Let's arm wrestle. Look, right, let's do it.
Kalcifer looks at you and says, Dervish.
Yeah.
Now is not the time.
Oh, okay. Later.
Hallie, if you need to take some time, you can excuse yourself.
I will stick around to hear the rest of this.
All right. Does anyone else have any questions for Mirabelle?
I mean, if you think we can trust her, even with this history, but, and he kind of looks at Mirabelle at this. We can't cut Royce out, though.
She says, you know what he's doing.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's Royce doing?
You think I'm worse than him?
You don't know Royce, okay? You don't know anything about Royce. So
You don't know me.
I know you well enough.
I mean, let's face it, shooting Luka is about on the same level as kicking a puppy. I mean, look at him.
Yeah. We might not know you as well as we know Royce. But
I'm a very good shot. I shot him where he would heal. And yes, unfortunately, when he was on that table, when it was between him and me, yes, I would kill him over me. But I think most people would. Especially when it means taking down someone like Ada. I think even Luka might give up his own life for that.
Luka kind of doesn't know what to say, so he'll just kind of look to Kalcifer like, I trust your judgment in this. What if you think this is the best path forward?
Kalcifer shrugs and he says, new members of the crew are, tested, voted on. I will not riot your emotions. That's something that we have. That's a rule I have. I don't riot you unless you ask for it. And your choices are your own. My opinion, she's here. My opinion is you all have been at rock bottom at one time or another in your life. And that is where she is now.
Well, if she joins, she has to start as an intern, okay? That means she gets the coffee and the tea but
Kalcifer smiles. He says, very well.
And Luka doesn't have to get the tea anymore.
Luka kind of sits back. He's pretty happy.
Yeah.
Or not too happy. He's not like as enthusiastic as he might normally be, but he has a bit of a smug expression.
Yeah.
He's not the newest kid on the block anymore.
He hasn't been for a while.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but we still kept getting treated like that.
Yeah, Dervish will just say like, "Look, we don't have to be nice, but we can be professional."
That's always all I ask. We will run one more job, and then we will work on my plan and following this medal.
Let's do it.
I think here we are going to cut to Royce.
I don't know why.
So we're cutting back to Royce like an hour later than we left him. There's blood on the floor. Sveth is standing over the body and staring at it. He looks rather concentrated. His brother, Rafe, is writing in the book that he holds. Royce is nicely seated in a chair that they have provided for him. It is quite comfortable. It looks about on par with Beatrice's chair. Beatrice looks fairly bored. She's reading. And Shuravf looks up and he says, I think you almost have it. It's like, and he walks over to his brother and takes the pen from him and then makes a mark on the page. Then the two of them walk over to Royce and say, how does this look?
How does it look?
I'm giving you an option.
Mm-hmm.
So this looks, from what you know, they have been trying and failing, but each time they get closer. This one looks, from what you know, right on target. So you have a choice.
I do.
You can either tell them, yeah, that looks right, and they know how to make spikes. Or you can say no, and you know with all certainty that the blood of the next two people is on your hands.
Oh.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Royce, regretting your decisions yet?
Voice will confirm.
Okay.
At least he'll confirm that one bind point. There's many
there are.
bind points. Like,
And, Wraith makes a couple notes next to it. Someone steps from the side of the room. A door opens and they bring in another person.
Freaking trolley problem.
And the person who comes in is obviously sedated, completely out of it. Is laid down, cuffed to the table. The other person is in their right mind, and goes and lays in the proper position. Beatrice looks up from her book. And she asks the Sliverist and says, would you like me to soothe you? They say, no, it will mean more this way, regardless. And she says, very well. Stupid. And she just goes back to reading.
The real twist is going to be Beatrice is in charge of this whole thing. Outranks AD.
And Shuravf and Rafe cleans his hands, and then goes and gets the spike and prepares it and drives it. And that is where we will leave the episode.
Oh!
So sorry, what did he do with it?
He pounded it in.
Yeah.
Into
the human bodies.
Yeah.
You know
Into
how
the
you
person.
make a spike?
Yeah.
So he's making the spike. He's not putting it in.
I think they're
both
They're
at
using
once.
it.
Yeah.
Old
They're
style
over-
people. They're using the
They're-
old
yeah.
material. Yeah.
Make a spike.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not. Himbos don't do this.
I think Rafe might be in charge here, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Beatrice. I think Rafe is the one
Yeah.
making the notes and
Rafe
making
was
the
like
spikes.
infiltrating them, because he helped Luka last season.
Yeah, because he cares
So
about
many
Luka.
questions.
He cares about Luka.
Yeah, he cares about Luka. Oh man. So thank you everyone for watching episode 17 of Diceborn. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. This has been a hell of a one to play. Don't forget this week's giveaway. Winner will be picked next and announced next episode. Thank you again to Natasha for running this game for us. And you can find us on 17shard.com for your news, theories, discussion, and fun. You can find us Discord, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube. And if you like our stuff, you can support us on Patreon. Stay tuned and keep those dice rolling. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Diceborn. This show is a production of the 17th Shard and uses the Mistborn adventure game system developed by Crafty Games. Diceborn features cast performances by Ben as Dervish, Rosemary as Hallie de Passel, Matt as Luka Ilariel, Grace as Marelyn Dramali, Ian as Royce Hadriel, and Natasha, your Lord Roller, as everyone and everything else. Background art and overlays were designed by Connor Chamberlain, with character portraits illustrated by Shuravf. The Mistborn Dice Roller was programmed by Marvin. Finally, editing, post-production, and sound design by Alyx. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.